guys, Alyssa and Jeff here, and this is a tweet or a comment we get a lot.
Yes.
And the question is, what happens if my boyfriend is pressuring me into doing something
physically
that I don't feel comfortable with?
Yeah, and sometimes it happens with the girlfriend doing it to the guy, but more often than not, it's the guy pressuring the girl.
And it happens all the time.
All the time.
Doing this so much.
Yeah, and whether you feel uncomfortable or you don't want to do things that he wants to do, and they keep kind of badgering, and then you struggle psychologically with like, oh, but he says he loves me, and I love him, so should we? And it's just, it gets really convoluted and messy, and that's where those emails and tweets and stuff come from.
Like them,
exactly, and sexuality is not wrong, so you know there's something in you that's drawing you to that.
Right.
But like we've talked about in other videos, that's for the goodness and the context of marriage. But one quick thing, just to break it down, just to cut to the chase, what I would say is if a boyfriend or a girlfriend's doing that, you need to break up with them.
Yeah.
You need to break up with them. And here's why. There's a lot of reasons. And first of all, my main thing is I think you need to break up with them because there's a bigger thing going on here. And what that is it's showing that the other person does not respect boundaries.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's showing the other person does not respect boundaries.
That they're being selfish.
Selfish too. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, because here's another quick thing, by the way. I think we've said this in other videos. You should only be as physical with another person where when you meet their future spouse, because that's not you for sure yet until you say I do, you can be able to shake their hand and say, I took care of them, I honored their body for you, because that's what marriage is. And so that's why sex and stuff of that nature is meant for the context of marriage. So we would say that, but then also I would say you need to break up with them because it shows they don't respect boundaries, and that is huge in marriage. And what I mean by that is you're basically dating as you trying to find a spouse or trying to kind of understand yourself and learn about what you need and want for marriage. And if you see someone not respecting boundaries, that means they're not going to respect boundaries in marriage, right? So if there's a boundary of marriage saying, hey, it's we are one, we are together, and I'm never going to, look at another woman, I'm never going to cheat or whatever. Well, how do you know he's going to respect that boundary if he didn't respect that if he didn't respect the other boundary, dating, right?
Mic drop.
So, and then another thing too, and ladies here.
Still going.
No, nothing, and then I'll toss it to you. Another thing I want to say real quick too is look out for the really easy red flags for that, and that's usually guys saying really manipulative stuff like, oh, we're already married in God's eyes.
Oh.
I know it's terrible. I've gotten emails of people saying that.
Love me.
Show me you love me.
Or him telling you, oh, hey, I love you.
Yeah, I love you. Let's show each other. Or like I read a message from another person the other day that said something like, what did it say? It basically said like, oh, the only way I receive love is like physical touch. So this is how, if you love me, you need to show me, like just all that BS. If I'm just honest, like if those are red flags to say he does not respect boundaries and ultimately is not about serving you, but serving himself.
Right.
And that is a red flag to say he's going to bring that into marriage. He's going to bring into marriage, I just want to serve myself. But what would you add?
And I think too, like longing, like praying and looking for a man who is a man
Fighting.
of purity.
Yeah.
A man who fights for purity.
The opposite of what we just said.
Who is pure with his mind, who's pure with his eyes, who doesn't like lust after girls on Instagram and pressure you into doing physical things that you don't want to do and looks at porn. All these things kind of correlate and really do not only affect you in dating, which is huge, but also go straight into marriage. You don't change at all when you get married. It's just you're all of a sudden in a covenant, but you're the same two people. So I think that's both really good.
Yeah.
I think too another thing is when you're in a dating relationship, we are sexual beings, so there are times that you just want to jump on each other and show. Like maybe he's pressuring you, but maybe part of you is like, like I want to show him.
The desire's good.
The desire's
but it
good.
has to be focused and energized towards marriage.
Right.
Not
And I think a couple things. One is a woman, have a voice. Like stand up for what you believe, stand up for truth, have mentors in your life to talk about these things, to keep you accountable. Don't just be like, okay, like I'm just going to sit back and just let it happen because I can't fight him about it. No, if you think this is wrong, it is wrong, fight for it and tell him like, no, we're not doing this. I'm like, take yourself out of that situation.
Totally. And if he doesn't respect that, that'll also bubble up if there's even more going on in his heart. If you say no and then he still pressures or still gets angry or whatever, that's like a huge red flag of, oh, that's a very problematic heart that he needs redeemed and changed to Jesus. And so that just, you saying no will actually even smoke up like true colors. Yeah,
and I think the thing is that happens a lot in relationships. This might happen once, and then he's like, okay, we won't do this. But then it just keeps happening. He keeps pressuring you.
That's different, totally.
And then a girl kind of just keeps going, okay, well, fine. I'm just tired of fighting.
Yeah, it's almost like they try to wear you down.
Yeah, don't be worn down. If this is a continual thing, see it as a red flag and say, hey, we need to take a break. We need to break that.
Yeah. So we hope that encouraged you guys.
Yeah.
I know that was
really heavy.
I know basically we just kind of said break up if he does it, but I really hope you hear us saying we love you sensitively. We want the best for
and
you.
We're giving you the freedom to break up.
Exactly, because that's what it is. It will bring you freedom.
It's legit.
Because if you are uncomfortable with certain things like that, then you're not living in freedom. You're not living in joy, and you know God has something better for you.
And the thing is, the whole thing is like in 1 Corinthians, God said love is patient. So patient with each other, patient to enter into a sexual relationship. And if he's not being patient, then that's not loving, and it is selfish. Yeah,
like if both of you guys actually, but if he's not able to wait until you guys say I do at the altar, then that just shows his or her character, meaning they will bring that character into marriage about not respecting boundaries, not being patient, not waiting, all these different things.
And I think, last thing, you guys, is it not only settling for a man who's like, you set those boundaries as like, okay, but actually like praying for a man who sets those boundaries himself.
Yeah, not one who just
leads you in that way. Like, hey, this is my vision for our dating relationship. These are where the boundaries are coming in. I'm going to be faithful and committed to sticking with these.
Yeah.
I think that's what you want in a man.
Totally, and that
they're out there.
And that brings us to other messages we get of ladies or guys who say like, you know, hey, we set these boundaries, we set these things. It's hard, but we're going after them, and we want to fight for each other's purity. We want to fight to honor each other's bodies, minds, and hearts, because we know what marriage is, and we want the best we want God's best for us. So. Yeah, that's all we got. Hey, we love you guys. Leave a comment down there. Let us know if this resonated or if you've been in that situation. And yeah, love you guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor this week, and that is Lumerit's Scholar Unbound program. Now, if you don't know who they are, what you basically do is you pick the college you want to get a degree from, and then they help you do that for thousands of dollars less than you normally would. So here's how it works. Whether you're in college, going to college, want to go back to college, take some classes, you pick the college you want to graduate from, and then they hook you up, and you can basically take 3 years of college for around $4,000 a year, which is absurd, especially after I saw my bill of what I went to school for. And here's my favorite part. You can take the classes from anywhere in the world. So whether you're at home or you have a job on the side where you can't move to the very particular college, or you want to travel the world while you're going to college, you can do it with the Lumerit Scholar Unbound program. So go to the link getunbound.org/Jeff, and they will show you how much you can save. So make sure to check out the link. I put a link down in the description as well. They're the best. I can't wait to hear from you guys after you check them out.